Okay, so in this question we were told if the value of the government GDP component in 2012 was £345,733 million, which of the following is the most accurate and concise way of expressing this number? Well, we need to convert this millions figure into a billions figure. So how do we go about doing that? Well, we know that £1,000,000 is just equal in longhand to £1,000,000 written with 6 zeros. And £1 billion is just written in longhand as 1 billion with 9 zeros. So we can see the difference between a million and £1 billion is just the difference of 3 zeros. So effectively, to get from a million to a billion, we just need to, in longhand, add 3 extra zeros onto the millions figure. But how mathematically do we go about writing a millions figure in billions form? Well, based on that, if we know that there are 3 extra zeros between £1,000,000 and £1 billion, we can think of £1 billion as just being effectively 1,000 million pounds. And those are the extra 3 zeros that make up the difference between a million and a billion. So therefore, essentially 1,000 individual millions makes up 1 billion. That's where we get the 3 extra zeros from. So based on that, if we want to go from a billions figure to a millions figure, we would multiply by 1,000, but in this particular question, we want to go from a millions figure to a billions figure, we would then divide by 1,000. So let's now put it in the context of our question. We had our value of £345,733 million, and we wanted to put that into billions form. So based on what was shown in the previous slide, we take this figure, we divide it by 1,000, given the fact that 1 billion is equal to 1,000 million, and that gives us our billions form. And the easiest way to work out how to do this without getting too complicated is to essentially just move the decimal point 3 places to the left. So if we think of the decimal point starting at where the final 3 ends up, if we move that decimal place in 3 places to the left and add a billion number on the end, we get £345.733 billion. And if we round that up, because the 7 is bigger than the 5, we round it up to the nearest billion, we get £346 billion. And this is the correct answer because it's the most convenient way of expressing our millions figure.